23rd day of May, we celebrate our Eastman School of Music, class of 2021. All that you have been, all that you are, and all that you will be. In the faith tradition and your God of understanding that best speaks to you, we pray. In gratitude for the blessings and tools you take with you, for the Eastman School of Music community, rich with cultural, social, and intellectual diversity. In gratitude for the professional education received in your chosen music disciplines, for a solid foundation in music and an expansive education in the liberal arts. In gratitude for giving you informed and inquiring minds to enable you to engage in and with fundamental issues of your art and become effective cultural leaders in society. And in gratitude for friends, mentors, and family who have supported you through this journey. So may the Spirit of life bless you with patience as you explore new horizons, with humility in the face of success and abundance, with compassion for the poor, the sick, and the suffering, with generosity in the midst of all the challenges to come, and with healing power to bring light and renewal to others. And bless us all, family, friends, faculty, mentors, and supporters, as we share in the joy of this graduation day and your accomplishments. Amen.
Good morning, class of 2021. I'm very grateful to be with you here today, even in these strange circumstances. But in the spirit of Meliora, we're always striving to make any situation ever better. Unfortunately, because of COVID safety guidelines, we weren't able to invite guests to this special day. And I know this is a big disappointment for you and your families, but it's also a disappointment for me. In my 2 years as president, I have yet to preside over a traditional University of Rochester commencement, but I'll never forget this one. I am, though, delighted that we're able to bring you, your professors, and the university staff together to celebrate this very special occasion. But with your families and friends in mind, I'd like to ask all of the 2021 graduates to stand and honor your families and friends who are watching online. Please. We know how important their support has been on this journey, and even though they couldn't be with us here today, they are definitely with us in spirit. And although we couldn't have guests, there is actually something quite special about this commencement that I hope you'll come to appreciate over time, if not right now. If now it feels, hey, this is really strange, we're sitting 6 feet apart, these masks, but you won't forget this commencement day. You'll carry this with you, and it will serve as a useful reminder of what you've overcome. And as you depart this campus and embark on your careers and live your lives, whenever you think about the day, it should remind you how adaptable, resilient, patient, and creative you can be. And you should remember that during a year of tremendous turmoil, you rose so successfully to the occasion. When the global pandemic forced us all to quarantine, curb our natural interactions, adopt social distancing, begin wearing masks, You adapted by figuring out how to take classes and study online. When COVID severely restricted our mobility, globally, nationally, and even on our campus, you showed creativity by using technology not only to take classes and to study and to stay connected with family and friends, but to perform your recitals for virtual audiences while you stood in empty concert halls. I watched a lot of those streaming recitals, and they were quite lovely, but I would have rather attended them in person, and I bet you would have loved to have an audience that could actually clap for you in person. So what a strange year it has been. And when circumstances really challenge your abilities to complete your studies, you demonstrated patience and resilience. You dug deep, and you found inner resources you probably didn't know you had. Over these last 3 semesters, you've endured historic challenges and harnessed that adversity for fuel and overcome. And here you are, graduating, and I would claim stronger for it. As a psychologist, I'm quite familiar with the literature on stress and coping. And research in this area has shown that as unpleasant as adversity can be, it often prompts us to mine our inner reserves, face our problems, and sometimes emerge having discovered new abilities that we didn't even know we had. It's kind of a transformation or a positive change that can come from struggling with a major life crisis or a traumatic event. And I would claim these last 14 months have been traumatic for all of us. I hope you've noticed some of those beneficial side effects of adversity, not just the stress of it all. Perhaps you have a greater appreciation for close relationships and how important they all are to us. Perhaps you have an awareness of new possibilities. Perhaps you found increased personal strength or some spiritual enhancement or just a greater appreciation for life. One way to think of it is if you can survive all that you have survived and still graduate, you can do anything. That's no exaggeration. Many of you probably know other students here and at other universities who paused their studies or who dropped out altogether. You didn't do that. This University of Rochester class of 2021 figured out what you need to do, how you need to do it, and you got it done. You should take tremendous pride in this. You've proven to yourself and to us how adaptable you are. That kind of experience should endow you with the kind of confidence that leads to tremendous advances in science, the arts, and governance to make the world an ever better place. As graduates of the University of Rochester Eastman School of Music, you've chosen a life of artistic expression that enriches the human experience. Whether you engage in musical composition, theory, or performance, you carry your unique life experience, the enduring wisdom of this university, and the guiding light of our Meliora ideals. We all experience adversity in different ways, but as you face the many obstacles that lie ahead on your life's journey, I am supremely confident that you have all you need to thrive. You flourished at the University of Rochester. You flourished during a global pandemic. And with your newfound strengths, capabilities, and resolve gained from this year of COVID, I am confident you will flourish in life. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Thank you, President Mangelsdorf, for your comments, and good morning, everybody. On behalf of my faculty and staff colleagues at the Eastman School of Music, I extend to all of our graduating students our sincere congratulations. Like President Mangelsdorf, while I am thrilled that we could be here together in our beautiful Kodak Hall at Eastman Theater, like all of you, I wish that our hall could be filled with your family and friends who are likely watching this online. For the undergraduates here, 4 years ago during our opening convocation, I asked you to never forget that you have been given a most precious gift, the opportunity to pursue your dreams. I encouraged you then, as I do again today, to remember to thank those people in your lives who made this gift possible. Your parents, your family, your friends, your former teachers, and everyone who has been a support to you during your time at Eastman. Please remember to thank them for enabling you to reach this moment in your lives. It is without question that during your time at Eastman, you have grown, both in ways you had hoped for, but also in ways you never anticipated. You've grown as performers on your instruments, and you've learned about elements of music you never knew before. You've been inspired by professors as well as your classmates, and you've experienced music performances you will remember forever. These things were to be predicted, and they are absolutely wonderful and essential to the futures you will pursue. But the past 14 months have helped all of us grow in so many ways we could never have anticipated. As President Mangelsdorf just said, given the uncertainty that dominated the world since the outset of the pandemic, you have had to develop skills like patience, flexibility, adaptability, versatility, perseverance, and creativity. And perhaps most of all, we all had to become adept at improvising. My friends, in addition to being fantastic life skills, these traits will also serve you very well as you pursue your lives in music. The world is forever changed by COVID, including the world of music, although we cannot predict what this might look like. We don't know what new roles technology will play in the future of music, but the use of technology to teach, learn, and share music is certainly not going to go away. We don't know how much of your performing future will occur on the stage versus on the computer screen. As Mark Twain said, predictions are always tricky, especially when dealing with the future. But this I know. You are ready. You have developed a foundation of musical excellence upon which to build your careers, and you have demonstrated the fortitude and perseverance that will be required as you advance on your musical journeys. Now, before I conclude my remarks, I want to thank you and all of your classmates for inspiring me this past year in a way I never anticipated. Your willingness to deal with some truly challenging COVID protocols, like wearing masks while singing 12 feet apart from each other, and playing wind and brass instruments with masks and bell covers on your instruments, and unbearably short rehearsals in order to have adequate air exchange in our rooms. Your willingness to do this was driven by your desire for us to keep our school open so that you could make music together. This essential need of making music together reignited in me the knowledge that whatever circumstances our world faces, war, natural disaster, global pandemics, that the essential need to make music is a basic human imperative, and that music will always thrive. And I am especially encouraged and optimistic about the future, knowing that you, our soon-to-be Eastman alumni, will be at the forefront of shaping and creating our musical future. Friends, a musician's life has always been one of self-determination, and perhaps no more so than at this particular moment in history. Please know that the faculty and I are confident that you will meet whatever challenges may lie ahead, that we stand ready to support you as you prepare to make your individual marks on the world, and that we are tremendously proud of each and every one of you. Meliora.
You've heard several comments about things that were changed over the past year and 3 months, and I'm here to talk briefly about things that haven't changed over the last several months. It's tradition for us in the commencement program to have an insert that includes honors and awards. For graduating students attending the commencement today in person, you'll find that there is a separate folded insert in your printed program, which includes a list of honors and awards that have been given this year. While you were waiting for the commencement ceremony to begin, I hope that many of you had the opportunity to look at this insert and find your name. This list includes a wide range of recognitions, continuing the honors and awards that we have been giving for many years. They include departmental awards like the Cummins Prize from the Humanities Department. There's a full list of performers certificate recipients. There are competition honors such as the Kneisel Leader Competition with prizes to both singers and pianists. There's a list of teaching assistant prizes given to graduate students for their excellence in teaching undergraduates from Eastman and from the college in classes and lessons. The entire list is too detailed to read out individually here today, so I ask the graduating students to do this. If your name is listed in this honors and awards insert, please stand at your seat and be recognized by the in-person audience for your achievement listed in the program, and we hope those listening on live stream will applaud you as well. Please stand. In keeping with more traditions, I am here today to introduce the student speaker. Each year we invite an undergraduate student leader to offer a commencement address on behalf of the students. Today's speaker is Tessa Nojame, a dual degree student earning a Bachelor of Music degree in tuba performance at Eastman and a Bachelor of Arts degree with a political science major in the College of Arts, Sciences, and Engineering. During her studies at the University of Rochester, Tessa not only spent time on 2 campuses, just 3.5 miles apart, but she also spent some time as an exchange student at the University of Sydney in Australia until she was called back to Rochester due to the pandemic. While completing her 2 degrees, she interned at a law firm and a jazz radio station, worked at the Eastman Theater as an usher and box office staffer, and played club soccer. This year, Tessa has served as the president of the Eastman Students Association, and she spent many hours being a listener and advisor to her peers and to the school as we shifted frequently among scenarios during this pandemic year. In an interview that was published this past week in our daily university newsletter, Tessa revealed that she began playing her tuba when she was 8, when she could fit inside the case. Moving forward, Tessa plans to be connected to many more cases, this time not tuba cases, but legal cases, as she heads to Suffolk Law School in Boston to study copyright and intellectual property law, a topic she explored in her arts leadership internship experience. Please welcome to the podium, Tessa Nojame.
Thank you, Dean Fox, for that kind introduction. Good morning, everyone, and congratulations! We did it. We're graduating, and I'm so proud of us, especially considering the amount of times we've all collectively joked about dropping out. I'm personally surprised I even made it up here, because if I'm being completely honest with you, I never finished eating my garbage plate freshman year, and as we all know, that basically means you're guaranteed to drop out. Jokes aside, I wanted to start off with a few thank yous. First, and most importantly, thank you to President Mangelsdorf, Dean Rossi, Dean Hain, Dean Fox, and all the other faculty and admin who have worked tirelessly this year to make in-person classes and a physical commencement ceremony happen. I know I speak on behalf of all of my peers when I say how grateful we are to be sitting here today together instead of watching our names pop up on a screen over Zoom. And to our parents and family members who are watching us walk across the stage today on a TV or laptop, know that we wish you could be here with us and that your constant support and encouragement has not gone unnoticed. When I was told in February that I was going to be giving this speech, I was so excited and had hundreds of ideas flowing through my head about what I could say. I could talk about freshman colloquium, our shared love of undercooked DC food, or maybe how a flute player fell through a heating vent at a Windsor party, but I won't name any names. There were just so many memories and so many options. Now, like the outstanding student that I am, I prepared this speech months in advance. Definitely did not cram it all out 2 days ago at Java's because that would be incredibly unscholarly, and obviously Eastman students don't procrastinate. But despite years of last-minute projects, late-night practice sessions, and all-nighters, we did it! We are the class of 2021, and we are the class that played on. We continued to make music despite a pandemic uprooting our lives, despite an intense presidential election and political chaos, despite racial inequity and police violence in our own beloved Rochester. We played on. I don't think any other class can say that they survived so many years of history in the making. And look at us now, Eastman graduates. Pat yourself on the back, elbow bump your neighbor if you can reach. Go drink a Jenny or maybe 10 after this because we deserve it. Through the cacophony of extraordinary distractions these past few years, we endured. We sang, we composed, we recorded, and we performed. And now, as we all part ways, we will continue to overcome any obstacles that may stand in our way. Whether you're taking a gap year, pursuing music business, going to grad school, or maybe even law school, we all have one thing in common. We are Eastman graduates, and we played on together. We all have the strength, character, intelligence, and obvious ability to succeed in whatever we choose to do. But most importantly, we have each other. As corny as it may sound, we as Eastman grads are one big family. And I know that none of us could have survived these past few years without the people sitting next to us today. Now, as we go out into the quote-unquote real world, I want you to remember that this community was able to come together during one of the toughest times in our lives. We made it through a hectic couple of years, and we were there to lift each other up despite all the ups and downs. We had each other's backs throughout our time at Eastman, and that is not going to change when we walk out those doors. Whether you need someone to help with your resume, listen to your audition excerpts, or just need someone to rant to at the end of a long day, your Eastman family will be there for life. This community of Eastman graduates inspires me every day, and I have no doubt in my mind that we are going to change the world. As the Eastman School of Music class of 2021, as the class that played on together. Congrats, graduates, and I can't wait to see what each and every one of you accomplishes in the years to come. Thank you.
Mr. Provost, I have the honor to present Reinhold Steingrover for the Edward Peck Curtis Award for Excellence in Undergraduate Teaching. If there were a single adage to describe the teachings of Reinhold Steingrover, it might be the romantic ideal of always becoming, never being. For in her classrooms and mentoring sessions, Professor Steingrover is ever mindful that the objective of learning is never a fixed point in the lives of students or teachers or the communities that they inhabit. She approaches her role as a teacher with the humbling responsibility of building a social relationship with her students and with the broader community of scholars, musicians, and citizens of the world around her. A specialist in 20th century German literature, German film, and film theory, Professor Steingrover joined the university faculty in 2000. Since then, she has won wide praise for her work to revamp courses in the Humanities Department at the Eastman School of Music. Her course on German Romantic poetry is widely considered a prized experience for performers and scholars alike. Grounded in the idea that teaching and learning are ethical acts, she has developed interdisciplinary projects that draw on the engagement and experiences of students, artists, and social justice activists to improve the lives of those in our community and beyond. An award-winning teacher, Professor Steingrover has served as department chair and is a key member of Eastman's committee to celebrate the school's centennial in 2022. During the past year, she has added to her teaching portfolio by leading an initiative to mentor new faculty as they become engaged members of Eastman's community. Her calming, reassuring presence has been a guiding force as well as a model throughout the school. Mr. Provost, I present Reinhold Steingrover for the Edward Peck Curtis Award for Excellence in Undergraduate Teaching.
Reinhold Steingrover, the University of Rochester is proud to recognize you as a teacher, mentor, and faculty member. We present you the Edward Peck Curtis Award for Excellence in Undergraduate Teaching.
This is such a humbling moment that I don't even know where to start, really. I've written many speeches about what teaching is, what teaching means to me, what teaching should be, maybe. And first, I just want to say that I think this award is not about any one person's accomplishments as a teacher, because I'm surrounded by those people, teachers who inspire me, who've taught me so much in the 21 years that I've been here. Everybody in this distinguished faculty, the staff in this school that make it all work, play a role in teaching and learning, because there's no teaching without learning. And my favorite part about teaching is being a learner. That can be very scary sometimes, because it means I don't have the answers. Sometimes I don't even know how to ask the right question. But what I love about being at Eastman, from the very first moment I set foot in Lowry Hall 21 years ago, is the deep passion, the creativity, the determination to find the right question and to try what might work, and sometimes it does fail. Yes, there have been many failures, and we have laughed about that a bit later, not immediately. It isn't easy, but Eastman, Gibbs Street, to me has been a place where I can experiment, I can try and fail, or figure something out. And that never happens alone, which is why this award, I think, is awarding the art and the craft of teaching as a communal enterprise. There are so many teachers who have shaped me in what I've become today and that are very much part of my journey. I want to only mention one in particular, and that is because it is our 29th wedding anniversary today. So my husband, Rick McRae, a trombonist and music librarian, is the one who knows the other side of what Dean Rossi has described so generously as calm and reassuring presence. Because trust me, just like in teaching there's a learning side, there's another side to calm reassurance. I know that you are all well prepared for going out there and making spaces of your own. and making connections and entering these long conversations that represents teaching and learning. Some of these conversations are just one meeting. Some extend over a semester, some over 4, 6, 8 years, and some over a lifetime. Build those networks and create those spaces from where you can make a difference, because it does take a space, but it's not there waiting for you. You have to make it. And when you make those connections and enter those conversations, come back and stay in touch, because just because you're graduating doesn't mean you're leaving this space behind. It will always be part of you, and we will be here to continue this conversation. So please come back and teach us. And for now, though, mark this tremendous moment of accomplishment. And it couldn't be more meaningful to all of us, I think, that we can be here in whatever configuration, and missing our families and friends sorely on the screens. But those of us who have the privilege to be here, just revel in that moment of community and music performed in the hall. Thank you and good luck.
Never before have I had to juggle glasses and a mask. I will learn how to do this. The Eastman School of Music Distinguished Alumni Award is bestowed upon alumni who embody the essence of the Eastman experience by demonstrating exceptional musicianship, scholarship, and leadership in the arts. Musical virtuosity and versatility, allied to social commitment, have always been hallmarks of the career of Kelly Hall Tompkins, winner of a Naumburg International Violin Competition Honorarium Prize, a Concert Artists Guild Career Grant, the Sphinx Medal of Excellence, and featured in the Smithsonian Museum for African American History. Kelly has appeared at Carnegie Hall, Lincoln Center, and Queen Elizabeth Hall, and is a concerto soloist, chamber musician, and recitalist throughout the United States and Europe. She is also a prolific recording artist and was the fiddler violin soloist for more than 400 performances of the Broadway revival of Fiddler on the Roof. As founder of Music Kitchen, Food for the Soul, Kelly Hall Tompkins has brought top artists to perform more than 100 chamber music concerts to an estimated 18,000 homeless shelter clients, not only in New York City, but also in shelters from Los Angeles to Paris. One of her most recent projects is producing Forgotten Voices, a project to commission 15 award-winning composers to create a composite song cycle featuring commentaries from clients of Music Kitchen. For many years, Kelly has served as the concertmaster of the Gateways Music Festival in association with the Eastman School of Music. For her careers as an outstanding musician, as a dedicated humanitarian, and social justice pioneer, the Eastman School of Music proudly confers its Distinguished Alumni Award to Kelly Hall Tompkins.
Thank you, Dean Rossi, for that incredible introduction and the great honor of receiving the Distinguished Alumni Award at my beloved alma mater, the Eastman School of Music. I also want to thank our sponsor for my appearance here today. That would be my mom, who paid the tuition, allowing me to attend this fine institution. The Eastman School of Music is the heart and soul of my education and so much the foundation of who I am as an artist. I remember when I was in high school in May in Greenville, South Carolina, having just graduated from high school, my mom and I, anticipating my arrival at Eastman, started paying attention to the weather here in Rochester. And that particular May, it was snowing. And I remember my mom looked at me, she said, "Are you sure about this?" I said, "I'm sure." And for the next 4 years, I had never been so sure and so miserably cold all at the same time. Inside these walls, I have such amazing experiences and memories of my time here. Of course, the faculty is a little bit different now, but I remember the 4th floor studio of Charlie Castleman and lessons with him there. I remember music theory in the annex with Steve Lates and Bill Marvin. And of course, the great Sibley Music Library, which we used to like to refer to it as the greatest music library in the Western Hemisphere. I remember being presented in recital at Kilburn Hall, not just for my PC, but also by the Rochester chapter of the Lynx organization, and the arts chair at that time, who was Francine Conwell Brown, who became like family to me from then on to this day. Of course, I remember concerts here in Eastman Theater, now Kodak Hall, with the conductor David Efron. And of course, it's May in Rochester, which, if it doesn't mean snow, means lilacs. Not just the Lilac Festival, but I also remember performing here on this stage, Hindemith, When Lilacs Last in the Dooryard Bloomed, with the late conductor Robert Shaw. And I'm also reminded of another distinguished graduate, composer George Walker, and his work entitled Lilacs, for which he won the Pulitzer Prize. But for you students this year, I know this hasn't been the idyllic college experience that you would have expected or chosen. I know this is not how you anticipated concluding your studies. You've had to figure out difficult situations with a global pandemic, how to complete your classes remotely over Zoom, how to play the oboe or sing an aria wearing a mask, and how do you rehearse effectively, having to vacate a room after 30 minutes. And for goodness sake, here you are today without even having your families with you. And for the students of color, not just one pandemic, but 2. With the seeds of hate sprouting up all over the country, you didn't know on a given day whether the sun was going to rise over your greatest achievements or over the daily humiliations that rob you of your quality of life and your quality of focus, or over your worst existential fears, or most insidious of all, some combination of all of those things. I know that many of those issues affected me this year in ways that I would not have expected, and I know for many of you it has as well. So I want to take this time to celebrate all that you have accomplished, not just in one of the most rigorous curricula in academia, but in one of the most challenging moments in modern human history. Inside these walls, you've mastered your paradiddles and your Paganini caprices. Inside these walls, you've mastered Schenkerian analysis and bibliography class. Inside these walls, you've mastered your orchestral excerpts and sight singing. There is no course catalog, though, for how to build a career in the midst of a pandemic, or post-pandemic, or wherever we are. There is no course catalog for how to start a career in a field that's effectively been shut down for 15 months. There is no course catalog for how to build a fairer, safer, more inclusive world. But know this, outside these walls, the world needs music now more than ever. Outside these walls, the world needs you to put this all together in a unique way, not just to get all the notes right, but to make an impact, to make a difference. February of 2020, my career was in full steam. I was soloist with the Baltimore Symphony, and as founder of Music Kitchen Food for the Soul, the organization which brings top artists in concert in homeless shelters, we were in the midst of that special project that Dean Rossi mentioned, Forgotten Voices, which sets the incidental comments of the homeless shelter clients to music by 15 award-winning composers. We were in the midst of a partnership with Carnegie Hall to bring that project, the world premiere, to Carnegie Hall. We even had as special guest for that concert, NBC News senior correspondent Harry Smith, who said to me, I have the date in my calendar, but he's in the news business, so he said, I have the date in my calendar and I will be there unless the world falls apart. Of course, the world fell apart in so many ways. But like you, I pivoted. And in some ways, this last year has been one of the most productive in my career. My living room became my concert hall, my TV studio. I premiered 4 pieces. I authored a chapter for a new international publication on music and human rights. And I even authored a book of my own. So, class of 2021, as you prepare to leave these walls today, I invite you to take with you 3 things. Number 1, take with you outside these walls the same passion in music making that brought you here in the first place. And let that be the foundation of all of your decision making. Number 2, listen to the rhythm of your time, like I like to say, so that you use your voice, you craft your voice and your unique perspective in a way, again, not just to get all the notes right, but to make a difference. And number 3, when you leave these walls today, you're going to meet a lot of people in the world, as you should. But I want you to take a moment right now to look around you. Go ahead, look around you. The friendships, the collaborations, the artistic values that you've established right here at Eastman do not end today. If you take them with you, your life and your career will be so much the richer for it. I want to give you a few examples from my life. My Eastman classmate, Adrienne Danrich, one of the great sopranos of our generation, is one of my featured artists for Forgotten Voices. My Eastman classmate, Kevin Putz, Pulitzer Prize-winning composer, is one of the featured composers of my Forgotten Voices project. My Eastman classmate, Chris Carbone, now one of the top attorneys in the field, helps me navigate my contracts. My Eastman classmate, Joe Tompkins, one of the top percussionists and percussion composers in our generation, also happens to be my husband of 23 years. And last but certainly not least, I'm really, really proud and very excited that when we go to play the world premiere of Forgotten Voices in our new rescheduled date at Carnegie Hall, I will have as support in that concert the Eastman Howard Hanson Institute for American Music. So, class of 2021, I know this has been an extraordinarily difficult time, but I'm not worried about you. You're going to be great. Outside these walls, the stage is set for you to create something wonderful. Thank you.
Our thanks to Malcolm Matthews, who on Friday was awarded an artist certificate in addition to his Doctor of Musical Arts degree for that riveting and truly orchestral performance. And now, President Mangelsdorf, Provost Clark, and Dean Rossi, on behalf of the faculty of the Eastman School of Music, I'm honored to recognize several of the 46 doctoral recipients who are able to remain in Rochester for today's Eastman ceremony. They are basking in well-deserved glory from the upper box seats of our beautiful Kodak Hall. Please rise as your name is called and remain standing until all the names are read. The audience is requested to withhold applause until all of the doctoral graduates have been acknowledged. Stephen Samuel Armstrong, Doctor of Philosophy in Musicology and PhD Marshall. Jihei An, Doctor of Musical Arts in Performance and Literature, piano. Mayan Cho, Doctor of Musical Arts in Piano Accompanying and Chamber Music. Catherine Elizabeth Hutchings, Doctor of Philosophy in Musicology. Yiyang Chen, Doctor of Musical Arts in Performance and Literature, piano, and DMA Marshall. And Caleb Anthony Hopkins, Doctor of Musical Arts in Conducting. Congratulations and best wishes to you all.
Will the candidates for the Master of Arts and Master of Music degrees please rise? President Mangelsdorf, on behalf of the faculty of the Eastman School of Music, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degrees Master of Arts and Master of Music.
The University of Rochester, upon the recommendation of the Eastman School of Music faculty, admits each of you to the master's degree for which you have been recommended and confers upon you all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of that degree. We applaud you for your notable accomplishments.
Please be seated. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Music degree please rise? President Mangelsdorf, on behalf of the faculty of the Eastman School of Music, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degree Bachelor of Music.
The University of Rochester, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Eastman School of Music, admits each of you to the degree of Bachelor of Music and confers upon you all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of that degree. We welcome you to the ranks of those who improve our lives through great artistic accomplishments.
Please be seated.
Will the candidates for the Master of Arts degree, Master of Music degree, and Bachelor of Music degree please come forward? Maeve Ruth Ann Berry, Master of Music in Piano Accompanying and Chamber Music. Tessa Nojame, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music Tuba with a Performer's Certificate and an Arts Leadership Certificate. Hannah Rossner, Master of Music in Piano Accompanying and Chamber Music. David Nathaniel Baker, Master of Music in Conducting and an Arts Leadership Certificate. I'll take the next one. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sophia Scataragia, Master of Music in Performance and Literature, Voice. I need a card. This is Reiki Joe, Master of Music in Composition. Ella Hojas, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music Violin with a Certificate of Achievement in Performance Practice and with high distinction. Susanna Rhodes Stewart, Master of Music in Performance and Literature Voice with an Arts Leadership Certificate. Michał Strejev, Master of Music in Performance and Literature Organ. Jordan Lerner, Bachelor of Music in Jazz Studies and Contemporary Media. Eli Campbell, Master of Arts in Music Leadership. Jane Meredith Bradenbaugh Kolsch, Master of Arts in Music Leadership. Emily H. Beaker, Master of Music in Performance and Literature Flute with a Performer's Certificate. Austin Alexander Chanu, Master of Music in Conducting. Gilbert James Donahue, Master of Music in Conducting. Joshua Allen Ellebracht, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music Organ. James Damian Kemp, Jamal Damian Kemp, I apologize, Bachelor of Music in Jazz Studies and Contemporary Music. Georgia Markakis Mills, Master of Music in Conducting. Zachary Matthew Litchfield, Master of Arts in Music Composition. Dohi Beatrice Kim, Master of Music in Performance and Literature, Voice. Joshua Martin Asheron, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music Guitar and Jazz Studies and Contemporary Media with a Performer's Certificate. Hannah V. Stokes, Master of Music in Performance and Literature Voice with an Arts Leadership Certificate. Dylan Okor, Bachelor of Music in Jazz Studies and Contemporary Media with an Arts Leadership Certificate and a minor in Audio and Music Engineering with distinction. Stephen Michael Parisi Jr., Bachelor of Music in Jazz Studies and Contemporary Music. Yvonne Greenow Rogers, Bachelor of Music in Jazz Studies and Contemporary Media with high distinction. Ju-Un Suk, Master of Music in Jazz Studies and Contemporary Media. Julia Egan, Master of Arts in Ethnomusicology. Cole Jacob Summers, Bachelor of Music in Jazz Studies and Contemporary Media. Gary Kali Wong, Master of Music in Jazz Studies and Contemporary Media and Film Composition. Harry Huang, Master of Music in Performance and Literature, clarinet. Dana Wendell, Bachelor of Music in Jazz Studies and Contemporary Media. Abigail Cook, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music Piano with distinction. Patrick Brady Clark, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music Trumpet and Music Education with an Arts Leadership Certificate with high distinction. Shannon Prescott, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music Oboe and Music Education. Samuel Williamson Dole, Master of Arts in Music Education. Alyssa Mae Murphy, Master of Arts in Music Education. Cassidy Summer Reed, Master of Music in Music Education. Sarah Catherine Bobro, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music Bassoon with distinction. Jonathan Robert Churchett, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music Bassoon with a Certificate of Achievement in Chamber Music and a minor in Classical Greek with highest distinction. William Evan Ritter, Master of Music in Performance and Literature Piano and Piano Accompanying and Chamber Music. John Lucas Lazakovitz, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, Trumpet. Alexandria Nicole McNeely, Master of Music in Performance and Literature, Voice. Daniel Patrick Jones, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, Trumpet. Miles Kim, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, Percussion. Juliana Kathleen Darby, Master of Music in Performance and Literature, Clarinet. Benjamin Arthur Cruz, Master of Music in Performance and Literature, Clarinet. Phoebe Kwan, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, Clarinet, with a Certificate of Achievement in Chamber Music with distinction. Alana Toledana Clayton, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, Horn. Michelle Maria Wong, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, Piano. Dipti Shwetha Kumar, Bachelor of Music in Music Education. Chloe Lee, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music Voice with distinction. James Price Odermatt, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music Horn and a Political Science minor. Emma Catherine Shaw, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music Horn and a Performer's Certificate. Tasha Meyer Shapiro, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, Horn. Spencer Bay, Master of Music in Performance and Literature, Horn, with the Performer's Certificate. Elise Liu, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, Percussion, with high distinction. Terrence Edward Dunphy, Bachelor of Music in Jazz Studies and Contemporary Media and Music Education. Erica Sho Smith, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music Clarinet with a Certificate of Achievement in Chamber Music with distinction. David Dong, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music Percussion and Music Education with distinction. Alyssa D. Proct, Master of Music in Performance and Literature, oboe. Megan Lane Pruitt, Master of Music in Performance and Literature, oboe. Julia Anna Raff, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music Trumpet with a Performer's Certificate and with distinction. Ashley Danielle Wolf, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, Voice. Elise Anna Sismazia, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, Voice. Here come the singers. Trayvon Dion Walker, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, Voice with an Arts Leadership Certificate and with highest distinction. Juliana Irene Kilcoyne, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, Viola. Nathan Brodkey Savant, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, Voice. Jonah Christopher Capani, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, Voice. Trevor Kenneth Scott, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, Voice. Gabriel Michael O'Shaughnessy, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, Voice. David Robert Wolf, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, Voice. Catherine Hillstrom, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, Trumpet with a Performer's Certificate. Nicholas Lee Hartley Baranowski, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, Trumpet with distinction. John Chadwick Rockwell III, Master of Music in Performance and Literature, Trumpet. Tara Denai Sola, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, Viola. Lydia Camille Becker, Master of Music in Performance and Literature Violin and in Early Music. Katja Pennypacker, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, Voice. Emily Adelia Stone, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, Harp, and Music Education, with a Performer's Certificate and a French minor. Elizabeth Lonnie Wheelwright Mayo. Elizabeth Lonnie Wheelwright Mayo, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, Harp, and Music Education. Rebecca Ann Smith, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, Harp. Samantha Angela Donato, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, double bass. Lauren Elaine Swartz, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, viola. Cheng Allen Liang, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, violoncello, with a Performer's Certificate, a Linguistics minor, and with high distinction. McIntyre Donnelly Taback, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, violoncello, with a Performer's Certificate and with high distinction. Nicole Nahi Chung, Master of Music in Performance and Literature, violoncello. Brian Gadbo, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, violoncello. Clara Hope Simpson, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, violoncello, with a French minor. Hannah Park, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, violin, with distinction. Karen Theobald, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, violin, with distinction. Jason Daniel Hurlbut, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, violin. Ciara Charles Hager, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, violin. Catherine Morris, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, violin, and music theory, with highest distinction. Claudia Anita Scalzetti, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, double bass. Jack Ostry, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, double bass. Hector A. Ponce, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, double bass, with a Performer's Certificate. Frances Geraldine Inzenhofer, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, double bass. Emma Ling Antonides, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, viola, with a Digital Media Studies minor. Jiangwan An, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, violin, with distinction. Robert A. Sanders, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, violin, with a Performer's Certificate and a Psychology minor. Ju Yun Beck, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, violoncello. Shirley Hyunjin Kim, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, violoncello. Alice Youngmin Yoon, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, viola with distinction. Rachel J. Son, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, piano with high distinction. Murong Rina Wu, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, piano. Quinlan Donald Facey, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, piano with distinction. Jane Elizabeth Huffer, Master of Arts in Music Education. Zikong Su, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, piano with distinction. Raphael Enciso, Bachelor of Music in Jazz Studies and Contemporary Media. Christopher A. Koenig, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, violin with distinction. Tristan Michael Swihart, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, percussion, and an Arts Leadership Certificate. Andrew Jared Lawler, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, percussion. Kira Kimi Goya, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, horn, and a Social and Emotional Development minor. Hannah Lee Lewis, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, horn. Elena Varone, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, horn, with a Performer's Certificate and with distinction. Dylan Charles Downey, Master of Music in Performance and Literature, trombone, and music education, with a Certificate of Advanced Achievement in Music Theory Pedagogy. Connor B. Ingham, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, trombone. Jason Tyler Ricks, Master of Music in Performance and Literature, euphonium, with a Performer's Certificate. Miriam Joanna Snyder, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, trombone, with a Performer's Certificate. Nolan Michael Hennessy, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, trombone, with a Performer's Certificate. Jack Austin Connolly, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, trombone. Michael Christopher Turner, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, trombone, and a minor in audio and music engineering. In addition to these in-person students participating in commencement today, we have remote students who responded that they are attending the ceremony via the live stream. We will include this group of students by reading their names and degree information. And although no one will cross the stage, I encourage you to give a cheer for each name to let your long-distance friends know how much we miss their presence and their participation today. There are about a dozen. Yan Tong Guk, Master of Music in Performance and Literature, saxophone. Xinyu Guan, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, violin. Michael Aidan Jonathan Hudlin, Master of Music in Conducting. Han Xiao Lai, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, piano, with distinction. Delvon Lin, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, piano. Chun-Shin Liu, Master of Music in Piano Accompanying and Chamber Music. Konstantin Lukniak, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, violin, with the Performer's Certificate. John Derek Markham, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, bassoon, with high distinction. Hei Yue Tian, Master, let me start that one again. Hei Yue Tian, Master of Music in Performance and Literature, piano. Eilun Zheng, Bachelor of Music in Applied Music, piano, with high distinction. And now to all the graduates. Now that your degree has been conferred as a final representation of having completed this step in your education, I invite our graduates to move your tassels from the right to the left, marking your entry into the world of college graduates. Please join me in offering congratulations to the 2021 graduates of the Eastman School of Music.
Once again, to our newest alumni, the faculty, staff, and I offer our heartfelt congratulations and our thanks on the many contributions you've made to our school. I love the fact that Kelly talked about the fact that we each leave a mark and we leave a little bit of ourselves wherever we go. You have all contributed to the fabric of the Eastman School of Music community, and we're grateful for that. You will always be welcomed here. We hope that you will stay in touch and come back often. Before we close, I want to acknowledge one last group of individuals for whom I'm so pleased that they're here with us today. We are so fortunate to be able to process in and out to the beautiful music provided by the Eastman Trombone Choir. This time it's a COVID-sized choir, of course, but I'm still so glad they're here under the directions of Professors Kellogg and Zolkin. Please join me in thanking them. Now we request that you please rise for our recessional march and remain in your places until the academic company has left the theater. Congratulations to you all.